I was wrong about the Bowers & Wilkins Pi8. I released my full review about 5 months ago and I scored them pretty well. They got 77 out of 100. But after that review, I kind of just forgot about the earbuds. But if you've been watching my recent best of videos, you probably noticed I'm recommending these buds a lot because they just sound so good. Now in my original review, I scored them a 9 out of 10 for sound quality. So excellent sound, but I ranked them second behind the Denon Pearl Pro and Technics AZ80. At the time, I thought they sounded better, but my opinion has changed after reading some comments on my original review, but more importantly, it was actually after a dream I had about the Pi8. Weird, I know, I think I need to lay off the True Wireless earbuds for a bit. This was my first ever earbud dream though, so should be okay. But I don't even know what happened in the dream. All I know is that it involved the Pi8. Maybe Bowers & Wilkins infiltrated my dream and succeeded with Inception. As we know, it's possible. Either way, when I woke up from the dream, I just had this weird feeling that I needed to retest the Pi8. So I started using them again and it's like the sound quality just hit me. Honestly, I don't know what I was doing when I was comparing them to other earbuds in my initial review. This is the thing about testing the sound quality of so many earbuds. Things just get muddled up. And at the time I was reviewing the Pi8, I was testing a ton of new earbuds. So I think my brain was just fried and everything kind of started sounding the same. But anyway, the more I listened to the Pi8, they just sounded different than what I remember. So that's when I jumped into the comment section on my initial review, and a lot of people were praising the sound of the Pi8. A lot of people owned both the AZ80 and the Pi8, and they said the Pi8 sounded much better for them. Now, I normally try not to watch too many reviews or read comments that could affect my initial impression of earbuds. But this time, after the dream, I felt like it was kind of needed. So then I retested and compared them to all the top buds, the Technics AZ80, Sennheiser Momentum 4, and Denon Pearl Pro. And yes, the Pi8 do have the edge when it comes to sound quality. Especially when it comes to soundstage, these have the most open and wide soundstage out of all the buds on my ranking. I think this is partially due to the great treble response the Pi8 have. It's crisp, it's detailed, it has that nice upper treble sparkle, which is what I think adds to that wide soundstage. And it's just a balanced, rich sound across all frequencies. The bass is definitely not lacking though. It has nice mid bass, it's not bloated, some nice deep sub bass rumble, and whenever I'm listening to music, I'm just incredibly immersed. Any genre sounds great with them. My go-to genre is obviously metal, if you see the shirts that I'm wearing. So distorted guitars sound great. They're well separated. They have that nice crunch to them, nice distortion. And with that rich mid bass, they have that nice low end rumble as well. And being a drummer myself, attempted metal drumming at least, I really notice things like intricate ride work. I just like a nice hi-hat standing out in my music. And with the great treble that the Pi8 has, it really stands out. This is the same case with double kick and tom work. It's rich, impactful, and it's just well separated. Now I still like to veer away slightly from the stock tuning with the subtle bass boost, mid boost, and I bring the upper treble down ever so slightly because I find the treble is a little bit over the top for my personal preference. I think the reason for this is that the medium ear tips work the best for me. Usually large ear tips work for me, but for some reason on the Pi8 here, the large ear tips, they create a good seal and do improve the noise cancelling, but I just get better sound quality out of the medium ear tips for whatever reason. The noise cancelling is still fine. So when I was doing my earbud awards video for 2024, I did change the score of the Pi8 to a 9.5 out of 10, on par with the Denon Pearl Pro and Technics AZ80. But despite that, I still ranked the Pi8 the best overall sound quality, kind of like if I had to give a top 5 out. They were number 1. I couldn't quite give them a 10 out of 10 at the time for some reason, but I'm gonna be doing it now. I'm giving them a 10 out of 10 because they just slightly stand out better compared to those two buds. So the Pi8 are officially the first ever 10 out of 10 for sound quality, I think ever. Maybe just on my mid and premium ranking, but yeah, I don't think I've given a 10 out of 10, but I did it. There we go, had to be done. Now look, this scoring is obviously just my opinion, how I interpret the sound here, but a lot of people love the sound quality here. Again, it all comes down to personal preference, the type of music that you're listening to, but I think the Pi8 are just the best overall for any kind of genre. But I think it's kind of obvious that this scoring is my preference, to like take it with a grain of salt. I only really created this scoring just to make it easier for me to compare the countless earbuds that get released and all the small details. So when I'm going from review to review, I, and obviously you, can kind of know what's going on comparing all the earbuds and figure out why I should get this bud or the other bud. But anyway, that now brings the total score of the Pi8 up to 78 out of 100. And this ranking here has earbuds ranging from $100 US up to like 500. So they're still not the best all-rounder, that's for sure, especially for the price. These are the most expensive earbud, I'm pretty sure, on my ranking. Because the noise cancelling is decent, but it's just okay. The controls are limited, call quality in windy conditions isn't great, battery life is on the lower side, so I do notice myself having to charge the case more often. But despite that, these are one of my most used earbuds over the last 4 months because they sound great and they're very comfortable. They're two probably main things for most people. And some bonuses, they're one of the loudest earbuds you can get. They sound great at loud volumes as well as low volumes, and you can transmit audio through the case with a wire, so you can listen on a plane with your earbuds. A pretty rare feature. But when you have a bud like the Denon Pearl Pro, that does go on sale pretty close to half the price of the Pi8. This does make it a pretty hard recommendation to get the Pi8 because the Pearl Pro get the closest in terms of sound quality to the Pi8. I feel like the Pi8 has a slight edge when it comes to soundstage and treble detail, but the Denon Pearl Pro, after EQing them quite a bit, are very close to the Pi8. But there is a bud that's already out that I should be getting soon here in Australia, which is the Technics AZ100. They might be able to dethrone the Pi8 when it comes to sound quality, so make sure you're subscribed for that video. Thanks a lot for tuning in, stay picky, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.